Hello, how you doing? Well, finally I'm getting to do an overnighter. I've been on about it for a long time. So I used to do them, but I never used to upload them as such onto YouTube. But I'm going to start doing them, uploading the videos. So I hope I don't bore you too much. Today it's 3 degrees. Showers been on and off. In fact, I didn't really forecast the showers. And tonight I've got lows of about -3. So it's going to be fun. Hopefully I'll get some showers in the night. These are woods that I go to quite a lot. It's one of my original camps that I go to. It's privately owned, as they always are. This isn't a mission camp. Solo, just me, and nature, the birds. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been such a long time since I got to do an overnight. Just the way things like been the last couple of years, it's been hectic with my home life and that, and it's just not been really possible to do any. But I've got some catching up to do, I know that. I certainly plan on doing it as well. So I'll make my way in, and I hope you're all well and good, as always. And it's good to get Christmas out of the way, isn't it? Since it's a stealthy overnight, I'm going to be using the Dutch Army hoop bivy, single hoop bivy, and I'll also be using the British Army DPM basher. So keep my profile nice and low. I could hammock cam, but I thought my first one I'd do is I'll be ground dwelling. So I can't wait. Not long now. A lot of my stuff, as I was saying, I never put on YouTube. I only had a few little snippets that I did delete. I didn't really speak on them, but the main places I used to upload to was Facebook and Instagram. Instagram more recently. I say I look forward to uploading these, and thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy it. It's gorgeous around here. Alright. Just got to be really careful. You may recognise the location that I'm going to from a couple of other videos that I've uploaded. It's a good spot, so I may as well use it. It's starting to rain again now, so soon I get there and I get everything set up, get the tarp up, I'll be laughing. That's it for you. The Swedish LK35. It's big enough, plenty big enough for an overnighter. See, I've got my morale mat on the top there. That's in a waterproof bag. That all's good. It's off the ground. Okay, let's get setting everything up. Got the basher and I've put the ridge line through it. I put it through the loops, the handles on the centre of the basher itself to hang it from the centre like that. Nice and low, keep it stealthy. Ridge line, that's now fitted with the Prussics. Tension across the top, and I cut some green wood. That's holly that I've used. So that's plenty strong enough, that's not going to go anywhere. And now to the back of the basher, all I'm going to do is kick any debris, any of the dead leaves up against here, so there's no gaps underneath the tarp, stop any drafts from that way. Yeah, ground sheet, put that down on the inside there. I picked a bigger ground sheet than I normally use. I can always fold it up. I found that I've been carrying a smaller sheet than what I could ideally do with, and a lot of the time I found out that I was running out of space to keep my stuff clean, so I've decided to carry a little bit more weight in my pack and just fold up what I don't use. That's the underside of the Dutch Army hoop bivy. What it's got is loops through it like this at the top, the head end and at the feet end, and these loops are to hold a closed cell foam mat, so I'm going to put that through. There you go. That's inside. Okay, that's flipped over. Now all I'm going to do is proceed to put the hoop through. And then here we have an eyelet with a grommet to put that in, and the same goes for the other end. I put the foam on the underside of the bivy, and here I've got another sheet of foam there. I've got a thermarest, and I got a DD. I thought I'd try my DD Dura 2. Initially it's supposed to be a hammock sleeping bag, but I thought I'd give it a try. It's rated down to -5, the bag itself, so I should be plenty warm enough. I think the lowest I got on the weather forecast this morning in the Met Office was -3. I'll give it a try anyway, see how I go. But I think I'll be plenty, well I know I'll be plenty warm enough. Got plenty of layers on as well. As far as my bag, as everybody knows, there's plenty of room down by the foot, down by the feet there, the bivy bag to put your bag and your pack or whatever. But I'm just going to put it by the side of me here, and I'll just be lowering the top, the canopy down itself through the night. That's all done. Oh yeah, another thing, the hoop itself that I put on, fed through, it's got a tie out, so I've just tied that out, pegged it down, and that keeps the loop stable, and so when the bag's zipped up over your face, it's up off your face as such. So the sun's setting. I haven't been here that long. being a full stealth camp, I'm not going to have any fires tonight, and I'm not going to be obviously making a lot of noise. I'm going to do the best I can to not draw attention to myself. I did notice there's fresh tracks over the back here, where the landowner comes in, and also down here there was I think it's dog prints as far as I can tell. I think a dog been through, but you never know, do you? Change the triangle. Oh, I am starving, I tell you. Really hungry. Yeah, it's a nice walk up here this morning. It's nice and fresh. Yeah. I hope to be doing far more overnighters. Okay. And I keep the fuel in an old sock and in a plastic bag. Sock just to give it some insulation from the cold. The plastic bag just in case it might leak a bit. Doesn't usually. I use an old nail varnish bottle. Pour some in. Should be plenty. You always manage to forget something. Well, I managed to forget my ferrocerium rod, so I've got to do with the light away. Let's find a twig. Any odd bit. Dip it in the meths. There you go. That's lit. Yeah, I'd like to take a moment to say hi to my friends, subscribers, but I consider you friends. I'd like to say hi to some people out there. Jules, quiet cyclist. Hi Jules. And to James, cyclist James. How you doing, James? Stray beers. Love it. Paul Outdoors, somebody new that I'm subscribed to. He's got a cool channel. How you doing, Paul? Anyway, if I missed you out there, it doesn't mean that I think any less of you. It's just that I've got a terrible memory, to be honest. I'm getting steamed up. Coming along nicely. I do about 3-minute noodles on Transit Triangle, but maybe 8-minute noodles. I'm thinking about buying a titanium, just proper knife and fork set, because to be honest, I think this is a bit, I don't know, either love them or hate them. I think it's a bit gimmicky. I might be wrong. I don't think you can beat a proper knife and fork set. Not that I need it for noodles. I reckon it's about 2 degrees at the moment, maybe 3. Weird, isn't it? Our food always tastes loads better outside. Al fresco food, especially al fresco stealth wild camp food. There's no decent way of eating noodles, is there? Get ready, slurp. I haven't used this billy cam for a while now. I think the last time I used it up on the campfire. They are handy, aren't they? I think this is the I think it's a 12 centimetre. Take the 14. It's ideal. I got it off is it Woodlaw, the Reindeer site. I know you can get mods to add the lid on for pouring and all things like that. Or people make the metal clips that go in here to keep the lid on. I haven't bothered doing that. I think it's a good idea. Might have a look into doing it. But yeah, those plastic things that they come with, they're useless, aren't they? They just melt off within 2 seconds on the campfire. I'm surprised the company don't actually make them, like cottoned onto it. I think the people that are, I don't know, you can make them easy enough yourself, but I think they are for sale on the internet. I'm sure I've seen them in the past. Please excuse me eating this. One pack was chicken and mushroom, and I think the other one was beef. So I've got chicken, mushroom and beef, and it's really nice. Not healthy, but it's alright out here, isn't it? Get them calories down, yeah. I should think the Dura 2, DD Dura 2 hammock sleeping bag. It's not strictly hammock, but the idea in general was for it to be a hammock. That's why it zips up the centre. And you've got the foot box down the bottom, so you can step into it out of the hammock. So you step into it, because the foot box that's built in is like a strengthened, reinforced waterproof fabric. So that's like a black material. And you step into that, and you stand in it, and then zip yourself up, and then you can sit back and then get into your hammock. Save all the hassle of, like, you know, your standard sleeping bags. But anyway, it's like I say, it's rated down to -5, so I should be fine. I think, did I say tonight it's going to drop to -3, -5? Oh, test it out anyway. I've got plenty of layers under me. I've got that Thermarest pad, inflatable pad mattress. That's under me. I've got another layer of foam. That's like 1.5 centimetres thick, and then I've got underneath the actual bivi bag itself, I've got another closed cell foam mat. So I've got a ton of insulation off the ground. So I'm not going to have any heat robbed from me from the floor. When I bought this, when I first originally bought this hoop bivi, it's a good while back, I tried it out. I noticed that you got like a little part that's bug net. I'll show you. See under here, you've got like the bug net that's built in, and it just gives you like it's like all fastened up. It's toggled up at the moment, out of the way, obviously, because I haven't got any critters, any mosquitoes or gnats or midges to worry about now. I noticed mine when I bought it, it was slightly damaged. Some of the stitching had come away, but I never bothered to complain or get it replaced. Because soon after that, I got into hammock camping. I suppose really I should have got it replaced, shouldn't I? Because I mean, it wasn't cheap at all. The wind's getting up now, so before I go to bed, what I'll do is I'll drop the front of the top, the basher down, shelter me from the wind. Another thing that I've done since I showed you last is I've added more support to the corners of the basher. I'll just show you. All I've done differently is, well, not differently, I've just added two. I got these original ones that I put on earlier, and all I've done is put one on the side, so that's not going anywhere. So I've got a tension from the back to the front, which is this one, and now I've also got tension from across to the front with this one, so it's not going to move anywhere. And that loop, all I've got to do is loosen these off a touch, these taut lines, and then drop the fabric loop down, and get the angle that I want, and the retention with the taut line hitches. So I've left these carabiners on. That's for when I've do different setups with the DD tar. Like I use these carabiners usually when you'd have like the cordage, the paracord going for the loops, and there'd be tension in tightening up, and there'd be like friction on the fabric loop itself. And just me personally, I'll just put a carabiner through the loop first, and then I'd have the fabric in the carabiner, so any friction at all is all on the carabiner, not on the fabric. I'm not so fussy with, I don't know what the right word's fussy, but I'm not so stringent on heavyweight versus lightweight gear, because to be honest with you, the places that I go to and the camping that I do, I don't think I really have to worry too much on whether I'm carrying heavy gear, heavyweight stuff, or super lightweight. And obviously the cost difference is dramatic, being like the super light stuff's so expensive. A lot of the stuff I use would be military, ex-military. Obviously if it's good for them, it's good for me to use. I do carry in my my car, I do carry, it's not so much a bug out bag, but it's like a getaway bag. I don't know what you call it. It's a bag that it's like come the warmer weather or whatever. It's got a hammock in it, it's got the essentials, you know, it's got the basic camping hammock in there, your ground sheet and everything else. And it's like, if ever I get the opportunity to get off and get out and venture somewhere, I've always got that bag packed in my car. It's got like there's food in there, there's bottled water, there's nothing to go off, nothing to perish. So I say, so it's just a hammock, bog standard hammock and tarp, DD tarp. So what I'll do, I've got a little lantern that it's battery powered, that I can use within the bivvy, and that way there's not going to be any light pollution for me to be seen or give my whereabouts away. It's just all about being as stealthy as I can in a private woodland. Kept the shoulder pads, they're original. Mine have got plenty of padding on them, really. They're not that bad. I know people say about them, moan about them, but mine, I don't know whether it's just me or whatever, they're fine. They're really comfy. Even if I'm in the summer just wearing a t-shirt, they're fine. I've got an old Alice pack, really old camo Alice pack from the States, and that got like a, what's it called, a blast belt on it. But I took that off it and I fitted that to this, because if this pack is overloaded, you find that these bars, you get like one of these, like this material, this webbing, also on the bottom, and that's to sit against your back. But I found if you go carrying heavy weight, these will dig into your lower back, into your kidneys, thereabouts. So I fitted this off the old Alice pack, and that's stopped that problem. That's great. Right, the light's starting to go now, slowly. You can hear the chainsaws going in the background too, so that'll stop soon. You probably can't tell on the camera, the light is diminishing. As nightfall comes, what I'll do is, in case there is any rain like there was earlier on, all I'll do is I'll get the ground sheet and I'll fold it back, and as I drop the lean-to, the canopies, I'll bring that down a bit lower down. Any rainfall off that won't gather on the ground sheet and make its way to the bivvy, even though the bivvy's waterproof or whatever. You don't want to be lying in water, do you, really? So